Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of your Frederish podcast. My name's Gary, your host for today. And how are you doing today? I really hope you're doing just great, just fine. How's your health going? How's your energy? How are you feeling? How have you been feeling lately? Have you been feeling yourself more, so to say, energized? Have you been feeling yourself more up to doing things? Yeah, as I said, I hope your health, your heart, your brain, your veins are just great, and it is totally related to the topic we're going to talk today. That is gym, more specifically, exercising, working out, practicing any sports or anything that gets your body moving. How important this is, we don't really know for sure. We just know that this is really infinitely really important to our health, not only physically but also mentally, and especially mentally. So how about you? Do you work out? Do you exercise? Do you practice any sports? Do you go running around, go running in the park, or moving your body somehow? How do these things work for you? So yeah, my personal experience with working out has been really significant in the past years, in the past 2 or 3 years. I started doing that when I was like 19, 20, right? Today I'm 34, so 14 years have passed. But unfortunately, I started off at that period when I was 19, but I stopped for a few years, for a couple of years, and then returned and then stop again. So the going back and forth has been constant for me in the past decade as far as this topic is related. But of course, I don't want to stop anymore. Okay, today I am much wiser, than I was years ago. So I understand the importance, right? And I'm getting old, so I really have to do more in order to have more health, as a contrast to myself 14 years ago. But anyways, I really wished I hadn't stopped. I had, my working out had been constant in the past years, but they haven't. Okay, it hasn't been constant, to my most unfortunate feeling. But yeah, that's it. Let's make up for it. Let's compensate. Let's keep focusing from now on. So my point here is, I do train, I do work out, but I'm not an athlete. Okay, so this is myth number one. We're not gonna talk about myths here, but this is one popular myth that, well, I have to tell, it crossed my mind even before I even knew for a fact what a gym looked like. Like when I was a teenager, I had like this myth that I'm going to relate now. That is that if you go to the gym, you have to become a professional athlete. You have to become Arnold Schwarzenegger, as if it was any easy. But anyways, not anyone, myself included, wants that. I don't want to be like that big, because I know the price that has to be paid. And I'm gonna go through more of this specific point. But yeah, this is a myth. Okay, you can and you should work out totally focusing in your health, in your body, in your mind. Okay, that means you go to the gym, or even working from home. I've been working from home in the past months, but you do that. You do it. You just, the only thing that is not good is not doing anything, not exercising, not having your body moving, right? This is not acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable to anyone, because exercising does not have to be something extremely hard. It has, though, to be something challenging, like something that gets you at least slightly out of your comfort zone. but not like just you have to die, you have to just, you know, kill yourself in the very first, or in the very first, in the very first session, or in the very first sessions, right? No, not at all. You know, you have to go little by, you can go and you should go little by little, respecting your own limits, of course, being careful not to be deluding yourself, like you're just you know, doing like ridiculously minimum amount and keeping it by the pretext that you're quote unquote respecting your body. No, this is not respecting your body when you're lying to yourself. But when you're doing your best and you're progressing little by little, you know, it is something that you could do. So in case you don't, well, here's my respectful word of advice. Do that. Start, you know, don't wait for the 31st, for the 1st of January, right? New Year is knocking on the door. Don't wait for January the January the 1st. No, do that right now. Okay, if you just wait for January the 1st, like, you know, January the 1st, you know what? January the 1st looks and feels and sounds just like today, December the 8th, right? Or tomorrow, you know. It's much better starting today, but tomorrow is much better than, in this case, today, January the 1st, okay? So don't postpone that, okay? Start little by little. Again, sharing my personal experience, I was overweight. I think I never was fat, okay? I was a chubby kid, but I never got to be fat specifically, or obese. Maybe fat, but not obese as a child, as a teenager. But truth of the matter is that I was overweight. So you can have an idea what I'm talking about. My normal, quote unquote normal, weight is 75 kilos, and I was weighing 83, okay? That was like May 2021, to be more specifically. And then I just left the drugstore. I was in a drugstore when I checked my weight. And I just said to myself, this can't be this way, you know? I didn't leave the, you know, the weight checking and run straight to a gym. Of course not. That came years later, you know, or months later in my case. What I did was like, well, I'm not gonna spend money unless I really understand that I am committed with doing this, okay? And what I started doing was basically start running, okay? And hear me out here. It wasn't like I was like the most sedentary person ever. No, I would go out for a walk almost every single day, okay? So, and I was still overweight, okay? So at the end of the day, when you're in your comfort zone, you know, it doesn't work out, you know, things don't work out, things don't happen, you know, you keep like, I was, you know, putting on weight, right? But anyways, what I did was okay, I'm not skipping any walking day, but most importantly, I'm gonna try to run every day, even if it is a little bit of my trajectory, okay, my tracking, you know, line basically. And that's what I started doing. I started running like 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters, and then next thing I know, I was running 2 kilometers, you know. It wasn't easy. It's not easy today, but the thing is, it's never gonna be easy, and it's not supposed to be easy. Running is hard. Running is exhausting, right? And that's exactly how you burn calories, all right? So that's what I did. And then I started running, and of course, checking on my diet, right? I started reducing my eating in general, okay? Not doing any sacrifice. I didn't, you know, I didn't stop eating things I loved. I just started eating less of them, okay? And the next thing I know, I was 68 kilos heavy, okay? So that was like 15 kilos almost, okay? And then I went to the gym and I started working out, okay? So that's my story here for you guys. If it was today, I would probably go start already working out, okay? It is not only a complete, but also a faster and more efficient and safer, why not, way to lose weight. Okay, I would have lost less weight certainly, but because I would have gained more muscle, you know, which eventually happened, you know, when I left the 68 kilos when I started working out it to be like 78, 76, okay, without putting any fat, you know, any belly, you know, just with the muscles result. Of course, we gain weight, we gain fat, body fat, we call BF as an acronym, but that's it. It's much more. I look much better when I look myself at the mirror. You know, the difference is staggering. But that's it. I'm just saying all this, you know, sharing my story so I can motivate you to start doing something, start running, start walking faster, okay? But get out of your comfort zone, okay? Don't be too, don't just get like, don't run into it too fast, okay? But don't allow yourself to be in your comfort zone, you know? Challenge yourself, okay? Little by little, in the more responsible way possible, okay? Talk to your doctor, talk to friends, okay? But that's it. That's my word for today. I want to bring 10 benefits. If what I've said has not been enough to convince you to start working out today, tomorrow, January the 1st, okay? January the 1st is better than February the 1st, which is better than March the 1st, and so on and so forth. But if everything I said here still hasn't convinced you, I brought, courtesy by ChatGPT, the 10 benefits that exercising, that working out can bring and may and will bring to you, once you start doing it. So benefit number 1, improved cardiovascular health. Regular exercise strengthens the heart, improves blood circulation, and reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases such as heart attacks and strokes. Benefit number 2, weight management. Exercise helps in burning calories and building muscle, which can contribute to weight loss or maintenance. It also boosts metabolism, making it easier to manage body weight. This is one of the most interesting ones here because, well, if you're a normal person like me, you don't want to become an athlete. Okay, if you want to become an athlete, perhaps this is this podcast is mostly for you to practice English, but don't take my words too seriously if you're up to becoming, like a bodybuilder or anything like that. But if you're a normal person like me, you don't want to give up on, eating chocolate with your family, eating dessert in your family dinner, you don't want to stop eating candies, right? Of course, you will inevitably, if you want to have any serious results, reduce drastically these things, and replace them with healthier food like fruits, vegetables, or vitamins, or supplements of any nature. But that's it, but the controlling of the amount of calories you burn every day, your body naturally burns every day. Once you start working out, you start producing muscles, and you start unchaining a series of metabolism things in your body that will cause it, in normal circumstances, to burn more calories. So if you burn more calories, here's my point with not giving up on the goodies. Well, if your body is burning more calories, it means you can eat more. Okay, you can allow yourself to a reward, a high calorie reward every now and then. That will of course cause you you're not gonna have an athletic body, but you know what? If you're a normal person, you just want to have a good body to get out, and take off your shirt and walk on the beach, without any laughs or laughter's coming out of you. Benefit number 3, muscle strength and tone. Working out regularly enhances muscle strength, endurance, and tone. Resistance training in particular can help build and maintain lean muscle mass. By lean muscle mass is like muscle, basically, okay? It's called lean mass, okay? Lean mass is muscle. As we say in Portuguese, massa magra. This is also a hell of a good benefit. Like, is it important for you to have energy and strength enough to, you know, to use it? You know, I'm not gonna bring many examples, but say you need to run to prevent your kids from being hit by a car, for example, right? Of course, depending on the situation, it won't be possible. But if it is only not possible because your body conditions, your health conditions are, forgive my French, sucking, come on, I think that you're not gonna sleep forever, you know, if anything happens to someone you love and you just didn't do anything because you were physically unable to do it, right? So yeah, that's something that, you know, like having muscle strength, having conditions to do things when necessary. Again, I'm not gonna bring examples because it's not the point here, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Benefit number 4, enhanced flexibility and range of motion. Incorporating stretching and flexibility exercises into your routine improves joint health, reduces the risk of injuries, and enhances overall flexibility and range of motion. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. It can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, boost cognitive function, and improve overall mental well-being. This is one of my favorite parts of working out, you know, being mentally and spiritually, quote unquote, better, like feeling better, feeling less anxious, you know, feeling less depressed, happier, you know. These you know, things are simply priceless. 6, better sleep. Regular physical activity is linked to better sleep quality. It helps regulate sleep patterns and promotes deeper and more restful sleep. Well, I don't know if it's a scientific fact, but it's 100% true in my case. I used to be, you know, I used to have a hard time sleeping, but when I started working out, it almost completely disappeared. Benefit number 7, increase energy levels. Exercise improves the efficiency of the cardiovascular system, leading to better circulation and oxygen delivery to tissues. This, in turn, increases energy levels and reduces fatigue. Benefit number 8, stress reduction. Physical activity is a great stress reliever. It helps to reduce levels of stress hormones, such as cortisol, and promotes relaxation by releasing tensions in the muscles. Nine, improved immune function. Regular exercise has been associated with a strengthened immune system, making the body more resistant to illness and infections. If this is not good reason enough, I don't know what it is. Last but not least, number 10, enhanced longevity and quality of life. Regular physical activity is linked to a longer life expectancy and an improved quality of life. It can delay the aging process, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and promote overall well-being. Again, take all of these 2 facts in consideration, but do it, okay? Do this favor to yourself, to your body, to the people around you, to your family, to those who love you and those you love, and start doing that. Start doing that from home. You know, oh, I don't like gym. I don't like gym people, so don't go to the gym. Simple as that. Buy a treadmill, okay, here, English, treadmill. If you guys don't know that, treadmill is like the thing you walk on, the electronical set, right? You know what I'm talking about? This is in Portuguese, it is called esteira, okay? So buy a treadmill, start doing that in your house. If you don't have money for a treadmill, go out in the park. There's probably a park or somewhere you can run, or do calisthenics, you know, Check your YouTube, on your cell phone. Learn some calisthenics, right? It's not my favorite exercising, but maybe it is yours. And you know what? Regardless of the fact that this is your favorite thing or not your favorite thing, the benefits will come anyways. Okay, that's what I have to say. I'm not here to make you feel embarrassed about yourself. Of course not. Don't be that. Don't feel like don't feel that way. But stop and think about it. Okay, I'm being really, really honest and respectful with you. You better do that. Your body, and as I said, your family will, and eventually you yourself will thank me for saying that. And I thank you for being here with me, for staying to this very, very point. I am Gary. I even got to forget it for a few seconds, as excited as I am to talk about it. But that's it. I have to call it a podcast. Not call it a day, but let's call it a podcast. Call it an episode. Thank you very much for your company, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.